Good morning, everyone. I hope this day finds you well. This week, I wanted to move on to an actual project that will last the next 2 weeks. So, we've been learning a lot about the elements of design and the principles of design. And now I want to spend the next 2 weeks putting your understanding of the elements of design into practice as you create a set the best that we can with remote learning. Initially, we were going to do it on Tinkercad, but I think that is too much to ask when you're working from home, and I really haven't had the chance to really explain Tinkercad to you. But what I do want to do is what's called a morgue, okay? Let me explain first what a morgue is. Okay, first, a morgue isn't the morgue that you're thinking of. It's also defined as a reference file. Okay, so a design morgue is a collection of images that inspire or influence the look and the feel of the show. For us, we're going to take it one step further. It's not just going to be a collection of images, it's going to be a collection of images that you explain, but I will get to that later. First, I just wanted you to know what a morgue was. So, for example, a director might come to the table saying, "These are my ideas." Whereas a scenic designer might come to the table with these ideas. A costume person might come to the table with these ideas. And a lighting designer might come to the table with these ideas. And once you create, once everyone's morgues are put together, the hope certainly is that your final production looks something like this that you can all be proud of, where all of your work and your different ideas came together in unity to create composition, right? That everything looks right. So a morgue is just a collection of ideas in photo form, usually, and we're going to create that for our set design project. Okay, so now that you know what a morgue is, I want you to create a morgue for your scenic design work. What I'm requesting here, as you can see in the actual assignment, I want you to have a minimum of 12 pictures. We're looking at 6 elements: line, mass, texture, color, ornament, and then composition. We reviewed them all, and you did some work on them. So I don't know, the way I might set it up is maybe 2 pictures for each, and then with a thorough explanation of why you chose what you chose. Why did you choose straight lines? Why did you choose curvy lines? It should, show your understanding not only of the elements of design, but also it should show understanding of the play that you chose. Let's take a look at my example here of what I want you to be doing. Okay, as you can see in my sample, I discuss line. So I did Into the Woods, which is the show that I was working on before we left for COVID. So line, Into the Woods. My design concept. For my production of Into the Woods, I would use a combination of straight, broken, and curving lines. My reason for doing this is that the changes in line will reflect the changes in the story as it moves from a stable, simple story to a chaotic, mysterious one. Sorry. Okay, then I'm going to explain these first pictures, and this is what you should do. I would use straight line trees, see, these and these. I give 2 pictures and 2 examples of it in the beginning of the show as seen in these photos. The straight line gives a feeling of both stability and grandeur. The world is stable in the beginning when they are not in the woods yet. However, the trees do go straight up to the sky and give a feeling of limitlessness, grandeur, and a sense of the unknown, foreshadowing the rest of the show. All right, and then my second, I have 2 on line. So actually, I got 4 pictures for line. All right, so this is A+ work right here, folks. All right, again, I leave the same intro because I've already explained it up here. But then the explanation of these pictures. Once the characters move into the woods, the show is filled with mystery and confusion. People can't find each other. A witch oversees everything that is happening, etc. To reflect this, I would change my trees to curvy and broken lines to reflect the conflict that is happening in the play. Okay, so that's just an example of line. And I'd like you to do that with all 6 of them. Week 1, you only need to do 3, line, mass, texture. Week 2, you'll do color, ornament, and composition, okay? You can reuse photos. Again, looking at this, I could also talk about color in these and how the color reflects what's happening within the play. I certainly could talk about texture even in these photos. So I don't want you to feel this pressure of going to find a million different photos. Find a few that reflect what you want your play to look like. And the real trick here is that you're explaining using the elements of design. You're applying the elements of design to the photos that you choose. Okay, so to wrap up here, I just want to clarify a couple of quick things, okay? Number 1, for the project, I would like you to use the style of my sample or something like that, because I want it clean and neat, and I want to quickly be able to see, your explanation and that you understand it. Number 2, please look at the items that I posted on Classroom. I posted the project itself, the description and the understanding, as well as all the resources that you can use. Number 3, when you're trying to describe, I think this is the hardest part of it, when you're trying to describe why you used the element that you used, don't forget to look back at the worksheets that you did for elements, part 1, elements part 2. Because you've already done this work and the questions were on there. What do tall lines mean? What do curvy lines mean? And that will be able to help you. Number 4, if you're wondering, where am I getting these pictures from? It's very simple. Just Google, okay? Maybe first of all, Google your play. Shrek, set design ideas. If I'm doing Shrek, maybe I'm doing things like ideas for a swamp set. Ideas for a castle set. See, I know my play, so I know what scenes are in there. So you can Google that as well and start to come up with some pictures. If you have trouble with that, please, please, please don't hesitate to email me or join me for our class. We have a classroom meeting every Monday at 10:30, and I also have office hours on Wednesdays at 10:30. So don't hesitate to reach out, because I will admit that this one can be a little bit confusing when we're not in classroom, but I'm trying to simplify it as much as we can. Okay, everyone? All right. Thanks so much. I hope you have a great week. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.